Yeah, I'm curious what you'll think of this, Noah. I wonder if you'll like it or if you'll have more of a Silent Night, Deadly Night reaction where you're like, that wasn't that deep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a huge
I was expecting
asshole
more.
at the end of this commentary. No, I mean I'm open to it. I got an open mind.
Hmm. It's not a tour de force. Yay.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, except for well, the only other one I can think of is one that's in theaters right now, that Hard
Yeah.
Eyes movie. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. John, is your audio coming through on YouTube? Just checking.
Let me take a listen. Okay, good thing we cut that early.
But yeah, there was also, as far as Valentine's Day, um, yeah, well, as far as Valentine's Day slasher movies, this is kind of the big one, and then the remake, which we'll get into later. And there was also a little movie in the early 2000s just called Valentine. That was another little Valentine's Day slasher movie, and it didn't do great, but I don't know,
I
might be
forgot
fun. I
about
have not seen it.
Valentine's Day or
Yeah, it's
Valentine.
funny, but like it's of course within this genre, you can't always trust reviews because the main thing I saw when looking that up was just, well, it's like those stupid 80s slasher movies, so it sucks. And I was like,
O
okay.
okay, yeah.
Like that was kind of the, I
I
guess because it wasn't Scream enough, people are like, it's one of those dumb 80s
Robert,
not self-aware slasher movies.
that was actually my review, so I'm glad you found that.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that maybe next year for Valentine's Day or something. Because that's what we do on Valentine's Day instead of normal people going out and buying like chocolate and shit. All right.
Chocolate schmocklet.
Exactly. All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0?
I am.
For anyone not aware, we are doing the original My Bloody Valentine, and we will be jumping immediately into the remake. I think this is Noah's first time on this since Nightmare.
Uh,
On this show, I think so.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, yeah,
on
for
this
this show,
project.
yeah, I think so.
Because
You've
you were gonna
missed
do
so many
Evil
good
Dead with
ones.
us. You were gonna do Evil Dead with us, and then you had to bail out.
Yeah, you bailed
Yeah,
on us.
sorry.
All right, in three, two, one, play. So this is a movie I don't know very well. I have seen it, but I don't know how much of it I remember until I'm watching it.
As you can see, it's a Paramount picture.
I'm
So
out
another
picture.
Friday the 13th connection. This is a Canadian production, but then Paramount picked it up for distribution.
Is Jason gonna show up in this movie?
Oh, you will
Slash a
see.
shared
Well, it's
universe?
funny too because no, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but Paramount was notoriously embarrassed by Friday the 13th, but they kept making them.
Yeah.
So it's funny that they also produced shit like this when they were embarrassed that one of their flagship titles in the 80s was Friday the 13th.
Was as embarrassed as they were, that series was a moneymaker, so,
Yeah, yeah, it
can't complain
was.
too much.
Because Friday 13th comes out, it's a huge commercial hit, makes tons of money, even though it's panned by critics. So then Paramount picks up this movie, but because of the backlash and controversy of the first Friday the 13th movie, they pick up this movie, but also make them cut like 10 minutes of gore out of it. And this is kind of the first of those, what you'll see with some of the later Friday movies of Paramount being like, well, we
Yeah.
want to keep making these movies to make money, but we also want to cut out the stuff that's controversial and pissing people off, but that's the stuff people are coming to the movie for. That's making you money. And this is a little subversion.
Already, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, you didn't expect. You thought. You thought it was a minor, but it's just a
Whoa,
lady.
what kind of movie do you
Who's
think this
hopefully not a
is?
minor.
No, yeah, not that kind of minor.
Oh, many of those jokes will abound.
Weird idea for a Valentine slasher. Underground Mines,
Yep.
Valentine's Day. I don't.
Yeah, it works as you get into it because this is very much a small town movie. It's about a small town, and this mine is kind of how is a big part of that, which is something they also lean into with the remake. Uh,
And the remake, I'll just tell Noah this right now, goes off in a completely different.
Okay.
but yeah, this right off the bat, we're doing something a little weird, suggestive.
I don't know what's happening here.
Well, see, she's got a heart on
No,
her
I see that.
chest, and he likes that.
Or does he?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh
I think he liked it a little too much.
no. And this will be the first of my in the extended cut. There's a close up on her chest of the pickaxe coming through. Yeah, we're watching the theatrical cut because it's just the only way to watch this on streaming or
Yeah.
digitally, I guess. But thankfully, back in 2009, Lionsgate or Screen Factory was able to restore a few minutes of gore back into this film and put out an extended cut. So they didn't get everything back in, but it is 3 minutes longer than this version, and it's the first version I watched, and we'll say is the better version. It's the way to watch this movie, but you basically just gotta buy it. That's the only real way to
Okay.
watch it right now.
So I'm watching the
Um,
inferior version right now for
yep,
the first time.
but it is what it is. It's like the
All
only
these guys are
really available way
canceled.
to watch it. Oh yeah.
This just
Um,
became Noah's favorite movie too. It's weird.
Oh.
wait, what?
Noah, they're all in blackface.
No, that they're in the mines. What are you talking about? Anyway, um, that reminds me though, like to get off on a slight tangent, like for some movies, it is only the theatrical cut that's streaming. Like
Yeah.
the theatrical cut of Daredevil, the Ben Affleck one, is the only one that's streaming for some reason.
And the extended cut's just the real version of that movie. It's the one
Yeah.
to watch.
I have it with BVS too. For a while, there only the theatrical cut was streaming, but literally the only way to watch that movie is the Ultimate Edition.
Mhm. So, thankfully, this movie is still available to purchase if you want to buy it. There is a 4K of it now. That's the same cut and everything, just better resolution. But this is why physical media is important. Like
Yep.
this version,
Oh, there you go.
I took a gamble because I had not seen this film before, but I got this on
Oh,
Amazon a
that's
couple of weeks ago,
gorgeous.
and it is a beautiful Blu-ray steelbook uh, with some wonderful artwork
Nice.
and just a nice wraparound cover here. Really cool stuff.
That is nice.
And you get both versions. You get one disc with the extended cut and one disc with the theatrical cut, which I'm watching, which is convenient for the show, but the extended cut's the only way I'm ever going to rewatch this movie. It is the better version.
So did you
And
you bought that on a whim for this show or?
I did. I had not seen this film before. It was a bit of a gamble. I love the logo. They gave it the John Carpenter font.
Yeah.
I
They should
Yeah.
have
think
done
that's great.
they should have done the title, like the titles where the O's are hearts.
Hmm.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, yeah. Still good artwork. But like I said, I hadn't seen this film before. Went into it kind of blind, but I had seen the remake, and I thought this was great. I had a great time with it. I'm very happy with this. Just weirdly enough, at currently when I purchased this, this was the cheapest way to get on Amazon. This was under
Breathe,
$25.
breathe.
Got a lot to say, John.
It's a shorter runtime. He's got to fit
It
all
is a
this
short
points in.
runtime. It's talking over the movie, talking over the picture. No, so when I got that on Amazon, that was under $25, and both the regular Scream Factory Blu-ray and the Scream Factory 4K, those are both like 30 currently. So I got the Steelbook, which just happened to be the cheapest version, and I'm very happy with it because I like this movie a lot. I'll see what you guys think on this viewing.
Just out of curiosity, how much longer is the extended version?
Only 3 minutes, but when you're talking
Okay.
gore and effects and stuff, those 3 minutes amount to quite a lot.
Yeah, because I know the difference between extended and theatrical cuts of some of the Friday movies, it's like only a second's difference because
Mhm.
of, they cut around
Like,
certain shots for that. So
well,
I
that's
didn't know
more
how big of
so
a difference it was.
because Paramount didn't keep any of that stuff preserved. Um,
Oh yeah.
so there's still more stuff they're missing. We'll just never see. The closest you'll get is on that Friday Blu-ray set that Robert and I have. They found some footage. Is it part two? Um,
Yeah.
but
And
there's no sound, and it's like VHS quality because that's the best they could do.
mhm.
Because all of that stuff was just chucked in a bin somewhere, and they didn't do anything to preserve it.
Mm.
Which is probably what happened here if they cut out over 10 minutes and they could only find 3 minutes of it.
Right. Yeah, and I should be able to point out kind of what was put back in and what wasn't. I have a pretty good idea of that.
Whoa.
That guy just came
Whoa.
out of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh no, it's the Shelley of this movie.
Oh my god. Hopefully he's not as annoying as Shelby.
Shelby.
Shelby. I combined Sheldon and Shelly.
Uh, so one of the actors in this is Neil Affleck. He plays
I saw
Axel.
that in the credits.
He is a animation guy.
Oh
He
yeah.
he has worked on The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Yeah,
Really?
that's the blonde guy here, not mustache guy, the blonde guy.
Not that blonde
So
guy, the other blonde guy.
The other blonde. No, sir, the other blonde.
no, one thing that really impressed me with this movie is just how much it captured that small town vibe. It's a really big populated.
Uh,
This had
and
a
and for those in the audience that don't know how 80s horror worked at 80s slashers, this was made for about 2 million, which is kind of big
mm,
for the time.
right, yeah,
And it made 5.7. So this would have barely just
yeah.
squeaked out a profit.
Compared to like Friday the 13th Part 2, which is probably the same year and made like $30 million.
I feel like that's
So
a year
this was not.
later.
Yeah, would have been around then. It was 81 or 82, but yeah, like the Friday movies were just making bank, and
Oh no, it is
this
the same
was
year. Okay.
okay, gotcha. Because this is given like the same budget as some of those sequels, but those were like guaranteed money makers, and
This
this was
this
kind of a swing
costs
and a
more
miss.
than Friday 2
Yeah, which
by
which
like
is
a
surprising.
million.
Hmm.
Um,
So
Noah,
this
do you
is
think
the
this is
big.
Valentine's Day themed?
It's not like there's hearts everywhere in this movie.
The town is literally called Valentine's Bluff.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
no. Oh my god.
I do
Not
like
So
again.
this
how
is something I like as a motif of like he's literally taking your hearts. Einstein Kills
yeah.
did a song based on this movie.
Oh, cool.
Um, no, I like that they're having fun with the holidays so far. Like they're
That
really playing into the
Yeah, because you don't see
you
that
know,
a lot in some of these
mhm.
lesser holiday slashers.
Well, and when this movie's made, that is kind of by design, where it's like, okay, Black Christmas and some other Christmas horror movies have been made. Of course, Halloween was the big one that had
yeah.
countless rip-offs, and then here it was, okay, well, what holiday haven't we done yet? Okay, Valentine's Day. That's a big part of the motivation.
Honestly, the
uh,
only holiday slasher I've seen that I didn't like was April Fool's Day.
yeah, that's a big one. I still haven't seen.
Leprechaun is peak.
I mean, that's just true.
We should do Leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know if we've done anything on that franchise on the channel.
We have not. That and Child's Play are the two big ones I don't think we've covered any of.
Oh, wow. I love both of those series. We should
Yeah,
really do
same.
something on that.
And here you have the old Prophet of Doom character, the old guy who's like, "Hey, some fucked up shit happened, and it's gonna happen again. You crazy people don't listen to me."
You really need though, like that kind of energy of Crazy Ralph for this.
Yeah.
You're all doomed.
I love this flashback. I like the low angle shots and kind of the Vaseline on the party and stuff.
Vaseline.
Yes, the Vaseline. That in Star Trek, whenever a woman is on screen effect.
No, it is crazy though because I know the remake much better than this one. The remake is not like this movie at all.
I think it does a good job though at taking pieces from this and kind of reworking it, but it is
It
very
does, but I also wonder if maybe they had a different idea and then a studio was like, "Can you fit it into a My Bloody Valentine's Day remake?" Ah,
Ah,
Oh, that's
he's
Harry.
eating
God.
them.
He's
he's
eating them.
Renfield.
Yeah, that's Harry Warden.
That was straight out of Dawn of the Dead, though.
It was.
It's like they're recapping a movie
you know-
that hasn't been made.
Yeah.
We didn't
Oh.
talk about this, but there's a lot of My Bloody Valentine in Until Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Because that whole backstory, they have that whole backstory in the collectibles
Mhm.
with miners, and they were, I think, some of the first to become Wendigos.
And the cannibalism aspect of it. Absolutely.
Are you saying that this is a better Until Dawn movie than what the Until Dawn movie will be?
Yes.
Probably. I also, my headcanon is that this is a Footloose prequel because they just said that because of this massacre, the dance was canceled and they haven't done Valentine's Day dances in years, but they're bringing it back.
Where's Kevin
It's been
Bacon?
20 years.
Kevin Bacon.
He was in Friday the 13th. He can't be here.
Can we start the instead of the Avengers cinematic universe, whatever the fuck they're calling that? Can we get the holiday slasher cinematic universe?
Yeah. I'd watch it. No,
And Art the Clown can connect them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
He
he's
transcends
the
multiple
Thanos of that universe.
Yeah.
We have to recruit Jason, whatever this guy's name is, Michael Myers, the Leprechaun, and
Whatever the April Fool's Day guy is.
yeah, and they all have to team up to fight Terrifier because he doesn't stick to one holiday.
I love that as a
Oh, and Billy
prop
from
in
My
the
Bloody
movie.
or from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah.
He can rush after Art going naughty. Really, the only worthwhile thing in April Fool's Day is just Amy Steele is in it, and she's great.
Cool. One of the
And
better
Noah's like,
Friday
I
the
have no
13th
idea who that
movies.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's her name in that movie? Ginny.
Yeah.
Ginny in Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh, part 2.
The one that puts on the sweater.
She's okay.
The striped sweater.
How dare you not remember every
It's
final
really the
girl's
best
name?
time to wear a striped sweater.
How dare you not have your Friday lore memorized?
Oh. I don't have lore memorized for a movie I don't care about.
But Part 2 is great.
Mm.
Come on. It's got one of the better final girls. It's got some cool kills.
Well,
It's got the
anyway,
wheelchair
back
kill.
to this movie.
Here's your mandatory old guy with a cigar.
Yeah, he's the mayor. He can't close the beaches because of the
It's the
shark. Oh wait,
oh yeah,
But
wait.
that's a different guy.
It's the
are,
guy
are you
from
supposed to be,
Sleepaway Camp that's always smoking.
sir? Are you supposed to be holding that with your bare hands? What kind of
Can,
corner is this?
can you smoke it? Actually, wait, it's the 80s, of course you can smoke in
Well,
here.
yeah, it was mandatory.
Yeah, everyone's smoking.
No, what this?
Fair, he's wearing gloves.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
Why are you trying to give the coroner a hard time? He's trying to do his job.
Oh my
It didn't look like gloves though. Those were really flesh-colored gloves.
god.
To be fair to Robert. Yeah. right. Run the tape back.
Rewind the
Oh,
movie.
and
Yeah.
now we got the killer POV shot. That is a big part of the charm of this movie for me, though, that I could see turning some people off. Is to me, this is like almost every 80s slasher trope just distilled into one movie. And it's early too. I mean, this is 81. But you get so much here. You get the Prophet of Doom guy, the killer POV shots, and some other stuff that comes later. And I could see some people kind of writing this off as, oh, it's just a typical slasher. It's like, it's all those things rolled into one and done well. So I like it for that.
Sure, it's a typical slasher, but look at the slasher landscape. Like, the genre was
Mhm.
new.
Yeah. And most of what we were getting were Friday the 13th summer camp movies. This is a bit more ambitious than that. And I really respect that.
That surprises me that this was early on too. I would have
Mhm.
thought this was mid 80s.
Yeah, because I mean, just to put it into context, Noah, 1980 is Friday the 13th, which
Yeah.
is, I would argue, the start. Even though you have the proto stuff like
Yeah.
Halloween, Alien. So this is just a year after that. We're still on
Yeah.
Friday Part 2. Like,
Right.
Nightmare hasn't come out yet. Child's Play hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, so in a way this could be seen as one of the movies that cemented those tropes, even if you want to criticize it for being all of the tropes rolled into one movie.
Mhm.
I think this is often cited as one of the big, like, early, because they didn't do great at the box office, but like like a lot of these, it's
It became a
reevaluated
cult hit.
later.
It became a cult hit. And I think the holiday setting helped a lot because with rentals and stuff, that kind of kept it
Well, and it
some
also
more
helps that
extra attention on it.
we didn't do this to death.
Right.
Like I said, up until recently, there weren't any other, like, Valentine slashers other than
Mhm.
Valentine.
But
Oh
I,
no.
I think I hope she makes it.
This
Oh,
truly
you
is
think she's
one of
gonna make
the
it?
this truly is one of Canada's greatest um accomplishments.
I agree. This is actually the big Canadian slasher movie after Black Christmas.
I was gonna
And Black
say,
Christmas is more of a proto.
yeah.
I do prefer Black Christmas. I think that is a creepier movie than this, but this is more just a straight up slasher movie, and I think it works.
Wait, what?
What? Some guys hang
Protein
out.
petrol? Are they gonna stick their dick in the car? What?
I don't know what Canadians do. I'm not an expert on this culture.
We need Austin here.
Don't you know Canadians just fuck cars late at night on Valentine's Day?
I mean, have you guys seen that movie Titan or whatever?
I've heard of it. I need to see it.
No, is that a movie about what I just said?
Yes.
Oh god.
And she gets pregnant.
Yeah, as you would.
Is that a Canadian movie?
Uh,
Don't know. I think it is. I think it's a foreign movie that might be spoken in English, but I'm not sure. But I don't think it's an American film.
Well,
it might be a French movie.
That tracks.
that makes a
Uh,
lot of sense if it's French.
here, Noah, this is the movie.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was just a
I've
weird
seen this
one.
poster. Yeah, I had no idea this was what. Okay, well.
Yeah, she
Anyway.
becomes a murderous car model with an erotic fascination with cars.
Christine could have gone very differently.
Can those two please cross over?
They
Please.
should.
So, since if you lost track of the plot, these two guys, their predicament is the blonde guy Axel is dating the girl that the other guy TJ used to date, but he left town and he came back. So there's friction here. We got a bit of a love triangle because you got to have that because it's a Valentine's Day movie.
This movie has characters?
It does.
Okay, well. It's already more than a
It's
lot
like
of these
Shakespeare.
other
Not true.
slashers.
That's not true.
Yes. it
Listen,
is.
Friday the 13th has a very complex character arcs, okay? You wouldn't understand unless you've read it and studied them.
Oh yeah. And all of the well written monologues in part 4.
Hey,
There's
those
so
have
many.
Emmy nominated monologues, okay?
Emmy nominated movie.
And Mustache Guy is my favorite character in the movie because I like to call him Wilford Brimley. A young
He is kind of like
Wilford
a
Brimley.
young Wilford Brimley, yeah. I hope there's a scene where he goes crazy and starts trashing a room.
How cute.
They have
The
to
twist
lock
is
him
that
up.
he's the minor,
Yeah.
and it makes no sense. Yeah.
They have to lock him in a room.
You know, Robert, have you ever wondered if maybe this movie is also looking at like some Scooby Doo with like Minor 49er?
Yeah, I'd like to think that.
I almost said it the other way around, and I was like, wait a minute, Scooby Doo was like 20 years before this.
But you were saying up front though, like, yeah, this is kind of a weird slasher villain gimmick for a Valentine's Day movie. I think it was more, well, this hasn't been done, and this hasn't been done.
I just
Just
want to
doing the same
imagine
movie.
somebody on the writers team is just a really big fan of one of those Minor 49er episodes
Me too.
of Scooby
He's
Doo.
great. Well, because the minor, like, it is a cool villain for a slasher, you know, with the gas mask and the outfit and the pickaxe. It's a slasher. You just don't look at him and go, "Oh, Valentine's Day." Like, right? So he doesn't really get to stand out as some other killers, unfortunately. Whereas if you're doing a Christmas slasher, that's easy because all you got to do is put him in a Santa outfit, and boom, you got a Christmas
Well,
slasher.
just
It's easy.
in my brain, I'm like, well, the logical way to go would be a Cupid themed killer.
Which is what the 2000s movie does, Valentine. I know that guy's got a Cupid mask.
Yeah.
And the new one, Hard Eyes, that is currently out in theaters, does something a little different, but does lean more into the holiday theming.
And then we've got the best killer costume of Pilgrim and Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
No,
Oh yeah,
we've had...
we forgot to mention Thanksgiving earlier.
Oh yeah.
We've had a bit of a resurgence in holiday themed slasher movies these last few years, and I think that's cool. I think they're fun.
Well, just in
Cool stuff about
slashers
it.
in general, like I'm so happy they're coming back because 2010 kind of killed them for a while.
Yep. And for the last few years, we've had like consistently at least a couple of big ones a year. Whether you like them all or not, like they've
28
regularly been
Halloween
coming out.
2018 started something.
Oh, definitely.
Even if I don't like some of the big ones that are coming out. Looking at you, Scream.
Oh.
You and Noah can talk about Scream 6 by yourselves. I'm not watching that again.
Gladly.
Can do.
Yeah, that movie's good.
The movie sucks.
The movie's
Mabel.
perfectly fine.
You sound really distressed about this dance.
I do love how important this Valentine's dance is for this town.
Yeah.
It's like something
We
to.
got nothing else going on.
It's something to like anchor the narrative.
Hmm. Well, kind of,
Slashers that revolve around like any kind of school setting or active
mhm.
or like dance.
And even then, our main characters, they're not like high schoolers. Like they're adults, like in their early 20s. We're following working class
So
people.
teenagers.
You know. Yeah, but they're not playing teenagers.
I don't know about that. I've seen other 80s slasher movies. They could be 18 or they could be
You saw them
30.
working in the mine, John.
How do I know that this town doesn't practice like slave labor, child labor?
Oh God, I wasn't
Oh
expecting that
God,
twist.
the dark, the dark secret behind My Bloody Valentine.
Whoa, why
Yeah,
does it have to be the
the
dark
story you
secret?
don't know.
That's the new like film theory video.
Is he still doing those?
Well,
Well,
I
I
know he
know
retired from game
yeah,
theory.
he retired. I probably someone else
Oh
doing
my
film theory.
God.
oh
Uh-oh.
my God. Oh, and
Man,
there's
this really
another.
does feel like a small town.
Hmm. So, if you watch the extended cut, you see her body spinning around the dryer a
Oh,
few
that would be
times, and he's like,
cool.
"Oh my God!" And then he cuts it off, and yeah, it would be cool. People in 1981 couldn't see it, or you guys.
Fucking Paramount.
Mm.
I'm gonna take a shot every time you say in the extended cut.
Oh yeah, it's
You
gonna happen a few times.
can it be a shot of coffee?
I mean, that'll keep me awake, but then I won't be able to have a good night's sleep for tomorrow.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. It's Joe Biden.
Oh, and also part of what I think makes this movie stand out is they shot this stuff in an actual mine. This is not a set,
Oh,
and they use it extensively. It's just instant production value. It's really cool.
I mean that is cool.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
great.
not. I'm not with types like, oh, it was much better back in the day when we filmed on location or on sets. But it's always a nice little bonus.
Hmm.
I don't mind a
Yeah,
green
like I
screen
said.
as long as it doesn't look like shit.
Oh, right, totally. And there is a lot I enjoy about the remake, and we'll get into that later tonight. But a big thing this movie has going over that one for me is I think this version does capitalize a lot more on both the holiday setting and the location. Like
Well,
the
that's why I
mine, we get a lot
wondered.
more use out of this.
Well, that's why I wondered if maybe they had a different idea in mind for a movie, and then whoever put out that remake was like, "Yeah, but can you fit it into a remake of this?" Because I don't want to spoil it, but that is doing a completely different thing, and it's got its own kind of ideas and themes.
Mhm.
Oh my God, it's a Valentine.
Oh, don't touch that.
In my St. Patrick's Day movie,
What movie are
So
you watching?
my bloody St. Patrick's Day.
My Bloody Clover.
Yeah, my bloody Cloverfield.
No, that's the fourth movie.
I do like that this mayor though isn't a stereotypical like Jaws evil mayor. Like he's in full panic mode, and the sheriff's kind of making some questionable decisions.
Yeah, was the sheriff's like, all right, we don't want to start a panic.
Yeah, okay. So we have a heart from an unknown victim, and now a confirmed death from somebody you know in the town, and we're still at okay. We don't want to let people know that there's a serial killer on the loose because we don't want to start a panic. Might be a
It's like
bad idea.
you're the sheriff. You're not in politics. Like, what do you have to gain from not, you know, letting this public?
Because movie. Because that's where we're at. It's okay. We're canceling the dance, but we're not going to tell people why. So, gee, I
Okay,
wonder. I'm sure this will work out fine.
it's a strange decision.
Oh, these two fucking guys.
This fucking guy.
Hmm. One, Wilford Brimley, he also looks like the Lorax with that mustache.
He
I think they
does.
should cast in a Lorax remake.
Oh, that's who they.
Jeez.
Wilford Brimley should have played him in the animated one if he was
Isn't
still
it Danny
alive.
DeVito?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was Danny DeVito. It's not
A
bad
bad
casting.
choice.
No, that movie just sucked though.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie and I don't care.
Oh,
But
it's horrible.
It's probably the worst Dr. Seuss adaptation.
I think it is.
that's fucking impressive considering the other Dr.
Yeah, and a
Seuss
lot of them are bad. Yeah. Like,
So, you know, you're watching an '80s movie when a guy can just kidnap his ex-girlfriend and drive off with her. It's fine.
it's okay.
It's okay.
They're not smoking at the same time. Well, they're outdoors, so who cares?
One thing that I like about this movie a lot, though, that does hurt it a little bit, is I appreciate how fleshed out and real this small town feels. You know, we follow a lot of different characters. It feels like a very consistent community. The downside is there isn't really a strong protagonist here. There isn't any
Yeah,
one character you get to really latch on to.
I've been
We're all
trying to
jumping around
figure
a lot.
out who is like the final girl, but I don't know.
Well, we've got this lady and two guys fighting over her, so that's kind of a big part of the
Yeah.
conflict.
But even then, like, the guy characters seem a little bit more prominent than her.
Mhm.
So it's
Oh,
like, I want to call
definitely.
her the main character.
And he's about to say sorry in the most Canada
Sorry.
way ever.
Yeah, they said tomorrow earlier.
And you know, this isn't the most uncompelling thing I've ever seen in a slasher.
No, like the acting here isn't, amazing or anything, but
Well, he said it.
they're giving it their all.
Oh,
I'm
he
sorry.
said the thing.
He said, I'm so damn sorry.
Like, it's cheesy, but that's what you want in a
Yeah,
movie with this setting. Like, it works. We've seen some slasher movies with
This is basically
horrible acting.
uh, they're all dead.
Oh, that's
That might be the
No, I
worst
mean-
acting in a scene I've seen in any movie.
So, like, so far, and it's hard to, like, fully pay attention since we're talking over it, but,
Yeah.
like, so far, most of the characters are pretty distinct. Like, I can
Yes.
follow, who is who, and, I'm liking most of the characters, honestly, so far. So that's more that can be said about some of the Friday movies.
No, at the
it
risk of
doesn't-
running into a spoiler, I do like that whole triangle they do keep in the remake.
They do. They do something different with it, but
Yeah.
there is a
But
bit
no,
of
this
that.
is fun. Like it's a Valentine's Day. You gotta have a little bit of a romance subplot.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's what the holiday's about.
And
All
part
that's
of why
missing is
this-
chocolate, honestly.
Yeah.
And part of why this small town feels so real to me, it doesn't feel like some of those other movies where you have 4 or 5 characters and then a million background extras who are just
You mean
not
like
characters.
Stranger Things?
Oh god. Yeah, even that show doesn't do.
I
a
don't
great
know
job
how
of
big or
consistency.
small Hawkins is.
Or Smallville.
Small is fine.
Yeah.
They
And
introduce
this
a new
is
side character
right
every
out of
few
Hollywood.
seasons that has been there the whole time.
Including Jensen Ackles.
Well, no, he was in France.
Oh.
Or maybe his mom sent him to France to intercept Lana. I don't know which one it is.
But that was it's Valentine's Day. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. Wait.
What? That's a different
Wait a minute.
movie. But no, it's funny because Jensen Ackles is in Smallville season 4, and that show has a last minute change because I think one of the actors that was supposed to be the bad guy left, so they have to retcon this entire season to make a new villain happen. So to this day, I
no.
still don't know what actually happened with this character. Because at the last minute, they're like, no, this is what actually happened. Maybe.
Maybe.
Robert knows what I'm
That-
talking about.
Oh yeah.
I'll see. I'll see when I finally watch that show.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was in that.
Season 4.
Hmm.
That's also the season that has kryptonite Gatorade that makes you go crazy.
Kryptonite Gatorade that makes you crazy.
Yeah, the
Why have I
cheerleaders.
not seen this show?
The cheerleaders spike the football players because it makes them loyal, but it also makes them incredibly jealous.
Yeah.
So if you even talk to their girlfriend, they try to murder you.
Oh boy. That could be the premise for a Valentine's Day themed horror movie.
Mhm.
Honestly.
No, there's a lot of potential for Valentine's Day horror. We just don't do a lot with it.
Okay, one I thought of earlier that I'm surprised I don't think we've done yet is we have a lot of romantic vampire movies, some that are straight up romances and some, romance horror. I don't think we've done a straight up vampire Valentine's Day movie yet, and that seems kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense to me.
they should have set Nosferatu on Valentine's Day. It would've
No,
fit.
that's a Christmas movie. That was fine.
Make it a Valentine's Day movie. I'd
That
love
could
to
be the
cover
next
that movie
remake.
soon.
Okay, so now
Um
Crazy Ralph, I mean this guy is gonna attempt to pull a prank on these
You're all
stupid
dead.
kids.
I guess the closest other one I can think, like, kind of Valentine's horror I can think of is Warm Bodies, I guess, but I don't think that's a Valentine's
Mm.
Day movie. I know
It's
that's like a
not.
big romantic movie.
Yeah, they were really
That's a
selling it as like a
zombie.
teen rom-com type of movie
Yeah.
with zombies.
Here's my hot take: that movie was just fine. It wasn't the worst thing ever, like some people pretend it was, and it wasn't amazing. It was just fine.
Is that a super divisive movie? I remember when it came
I
out.
don't know. All I
I've
hear
never
is
seen
people
it.
saying that it sucked. I was like, it was fine.
This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's such a Scooby-Doo gag,
That's
and I love
amazing.
it.
So I know we kind of talked over it earlier, but what is he's trying to scare them into
Right.
taking the bad guy more seriously, or
Yes.
okay?
Wait
What
a
the
minute.
fuck is he
This
doing?
is this is a straight up Scooby-Doo gag.
Oh,
Oh my
that's great.
god.
No,
Oh
that's
no,
amazing.
Crazy Ralph, no.
And the pickaxe is a cool idea for a weapon. You can do a lot of
Yeah.
different things with that.
You know what you see in the extended cut?
No, take a
You
shot.
see-
You when he gets stabbed, you get a close up on his face where the pickaxe is coming out of his cheek and his eyeball is on the end of it.
Oh,
And we hold
That's
on it for a
cool.
few seconds.
that's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
It's really good.
Noah, that
You should
was
watch
the
the
most
extended
just like, shut up. That's crazy, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy, man.
No, I mean that actually does sound kind of cool. It's a shame that version isn't streaming.
Yep. I'm guessing it's just a Scream Factory exclusivity thing because they don't always put
Probably,
their stuff out on
'cause-
digital.
Honestly, the only of the boutiques that I see do that are Arrow and Criterion. Did you know Arrow has their own streaming service?
They do,
Not
yeah.
surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
Criterion does too. So
Something I wanted to watch was on there. I think it was just Hellraiser when we were doing that commentary. And for some reason, they had a Serbian film on there. I was like, oh, God.
are you ready for the like ultra like collector's edition box set of the Serbian film
I'm
from
gonna-
Arrow?
I'm going to buy one just for you, Noah.
I'm not watching that shit.
But I like this setup a lot though, where this dance has been canceled, so these young people are like, "Yeah, we'll just use the rec room at the mine, and we're gonna have our fucking dance there and party." You just want to party,
Yeah.
man. Makes sense.
Party on, man. They
Eli
just want to
Roth
have a
should
party.
remake this.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He can have somebody be like, I'm shooting at hearts. Why? Because they're gay?
You can't say that.
Um. Okay, so confession time. Those like boxes of chocolates that you buy, and like each one comes with a random filling. I hate those.
Yeah, a box of chocolates.
Because A, I
You
don't
know,
like
life is
half.
like with that.
Yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. I'm a bigger fan of Forrest Gump than you are. Don't quote that movie to me.
Hey, it's a famous quote. It was low hanging fruit.
Anyway, because I hate like half the fillings, so I never want to bite into one because I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
Just get me like a Reese cup or something. Don't get me the stupid box of assorted chocolates. I hate them.
Yeah, I'm not a big
So
fan of those either.
our main guy looks like a off-brand Fred from Scooby Doo. Like he's got the neck scarf, but like all the colors are wrong on his attire.
On theirs, and the lady in the red dress could be Velma.
Oh, totally.
Wait, are we saying that this is
Twinkies.
just a Scooby Doo movie?
I'd like to think it is.
Do you think the Scooby Gang would survive this
No.
scenario?
No.
No.
I'm excited to spin the wheel tonight. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Because we had to put this off for a week, it feels like it's been forever since we've had this one. So it's like,
Mm.
I want to see what's next.
Did you guys not plan this for Valentine's Day, or
No, it
No,
was we ended up putting it off for a week to do Dracula and
the
Frankenstein.
and
yeah.
it just worked out perfectly?
It just
Yeah.
worked out that way.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
because we landed on this randomly a few weeks ago, and then I suggested, oh, if we're gonna do this,
if
let's just push it a week to Valentine's
if we
Day.
hadn't if we had kept to our original schedule, I believe we would have been doing Doom tonight.
Probably, and then Doom we did early. So.
That would No, you should have kept it that way. That would have been funnier that way.
Well, technically, we
Oh
did
God,
Doom on time. It's,
Oh
we're doing this
no!
one late.
not this guy.
Hey, do you see his face get burned in graphic detail in the extended cut, Robert?
Yes, not even
You
joking.
knew it.
Yeah, you do. We get a POV shot from the camera in the pot, so you're looking at his face going
Oh,
in
that's
there.
That's
actually
cool.
cool.
Like there's makeup and stuff. Like, yeah, I feel so bad for this
Yeah.
director.
No, I'm joking about it, but
That
you're
reminds me
making
of
me
Dune.
actually want to watch that.
That's cool.
I do want to buy this 4K.
Well, and I
That
think
reminds
that
me of the Ice Kill and Jason X because they do the same thing
Yeah.
where you get the POV shot.
Yeah. Ugh.
oh, these stupid dogs don't eat that.
Now they got to
Eat
be put down.
dogs.
But then it makes the tepid response to this initially very understandable, where you can imagine people going to see this like, oh, that was lame. There was nothing as good as Friday the 13th in that. There's no Kevin Bacon type of kill. Boo.
Mm.
Give me my money back. And it's like, and the director's like, no. I tried.
Fall on the
I made a
cutting
good
floor.
movie. It's just not there. Now, honestly, fuck you, Paramount.
Yeah. The studio made 8 Friday the 13th movies, but was also like, nah, cut that shit down.
They truly
Go
are
like
the
Gore
worst
outta
movie
here.
studio.
I mean, what about Sony?
I was gonna say Sony exists.
Eh. Sony puts out some decent stuff every so often.
So does
Yeah, dude.
Paramount.
So does Paramount.
Yeah, but the Paramount also does
Yeah.
stupid shit like cut out all the gore in this movie.
That was also 30 years ago.
That was.
I
yeah.
can hold a grudge.
40 years, probably now.
Oh yeah. So okay, one thing that I found really distracting with a main guy here with the dark hair. Do you either of you guys know who the actor Rufus Sewell is? Have you seen like A Knight's Tale or anything like
No.
that? He's the main
I
villain
saw A
in that.
Knight's Tale, but that was
Yeah.
25 years ago.
Yeah. No, you've seen him in something. He's just one of those actors. But this guy looks just like him, and I'm like, the math doesn't add up. It can't be him, and it's not. But it was very distracting for me. He's like the villain in like the Abraham Lincoln vampire movie. Like he's in shit like that. He's in lots of stuff.
Okay.
Let's
Like you've
see.
seen him in something.
He's just aged well.
But No, for anyone
So
running,
he's
no,
in
this
a
is a different actor.
he was in a British show called Screen 2, and I was just kind of reading through it, and I thought that said Scream 2.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, I
what?
thought that's what you said. You're like,
Oh
he's
my
in a
god.
British show called Scream 2. I was like,
No,
what?
Screen, like a movie screen.
Screen. Okay.
Are these guys just gonna fuck each other or what? It's getting ridiculous.
Get a
Whoa, whoa,
room
whoa,
already.
whoa. Okay.
Wilford Brimley's like, stop it.
You can cut the sexual tension with a knife.
Robert, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I have not seen anything on this guy's filmography. He
Seen
looks
Knight's-
really familiar, but I don't recognize any of these movies.
Well, you've
I mean,
seen A
you
Knight's
did,
Tale, right?
yeah, but like 20 years ago. So,
Yeah, I don't.
don't-
And it.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't A Knight's Tale. It was. I didn't see that one. I saw Dragonheart. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the 90s.
Yeah. So even longer ago. I was like 5. But I do want to see Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I remember it being pretty fun. It was
And
one
he
of
was
the first
in-
R-rated movies I saw in the theater.
He was in
Nice.
Robert's favorite movie, the 2014 Hercules with The Rock.
Oh, I've never seen that. Yeah. But yeah, I quickly found out that this guy is not Rufus Sewell because A, he does not the same name. B, this guy doesn't even have his own Wikipedia page.
Oh,
So I don't know if
damn.
he did anything after this movie.
This is probably like the only like one of two.
There
or
is
three
a
maybe
slew
films
of
he was
like
in.
Friday the 13th people, if you go through each film's like Wikipedia page, that just don't have Wikipedia pages. It's like, oh, what happened
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah, this is like an entire cast of people I just haven't seen in anything else, which is kind of a shame because I think everyone's pretty good.
That's not true. You watch that
Well,
one guy
Sheriff guy
direct.
is like a big character actor. He's been in tons of stuff.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, this isn't good.
We're getting busy here.
Which is funny
there's
because
some
Wikipedia
slasher
says
movie.
it features an ensemble cast.
Of Canadians. Don't fool around in here. It's dirty.
What if she accidentally triggers something that falls on them?
Oh,
How do you say that?
I'm pretty sure this is the blonde
Oh.
at the beginning. She's on RoboCop the series,
Oh no.
and that's on
That's not the
Peacock. I
RoboCop.
kind of want to watch it. She was also in Poltergeist: The Legacy
Nice.
and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show.
There was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show.
Of course
Apparently.
it was.
Oh, she's
Why-
also in a random episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Oh,
Episode Unity. I don't know if you know that one off the top of your head.
not off the top of my head, no. Voyager is a show I don't know as well as some of the other Trek shows.
Okay.
Who invited the ginger?
Hey, fuck you.
Damn,
He
Come
has
on,
really,
man.
like distinct dark red hair.
Ew.
Oh, those hot dogs are disgusting.
I like hot
I
dogs.
don't want to eat that.
Those don't look good.
No,
those
they
look
do
like
not.
expired hot dogs.
Oh,
Yeah. That would be why.
oh, what is that? This is a
Oh,
good gag.
Whoa.
With the
No, that's a
freezer.
good gag.
I'm sure this girl will be fine.
What is she so
A
happy
lot of
about?
those people were in the '80s Twilight Zone in different episodes.
Yeah, this is one of the bits they do repeat in the remake, and it's very out of nowhere and not set up. It's just, hey, here's this scene.
I'm really curious now to see what Noah thinks of the remake.
What if I end up liking it more?
I don't know.
I really like this movie. I like certain things in the remake more.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
not
Oh,
as a
yeah.
and of
whole,
course,
but
you still need, and of course, when you watch the extended version, you might feel differently. When you see more of that
well,
Howard.
Yeah.
when I say I like certain things, I like certain story choices.
Hmm.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Oh
guess we'll
my
have to
god,
see when we get to the end.
Mhm.
Because that's when we
she's
do the
being attacked
comparison.
by clothes.
Oh, no.
It's her one weakness.
Dirty
She's
minor
she's helpless.
clothes.
Oh god, those are the worst.
You don't know where it's been.
This, and I'd say this is just really funny.
This is just, yeah, this is silly.
Oh yeah,
Lady,
it's
they're
goofy.
clothes.
But
Okay, that's a cool.
okay. Oh,
Whoa.
oh my god. Okay,
All right,
let's see,
Robert.
ruin this kill.
What happens in the extended cut? Oh,
Oh,
that
they
was
just cut away.
that was
Damn
disappointing.
it!
That was a really obvious cut, too.
Yeah. So he turned on the showers, and you see this. He shoves the back of her head through a pipe, and then the pipe's shooting out water mixed with her blood, and
Oh,
she's
that
hanging
Oh
there
my
by her
God.
head. It's really impressive.
that was worse than even some of the really bad Friday cuts.
Yeah, and you can't blame the director of that. You gotta.
Yeah.
That's Paramount,
I maintain Paramount is the worst.
So
we,
then
we might
after...
we might still get a glimpse of it. Are we gonna see what he's looking at?
Oh, what's he looking at?
Oh, but it's really out of frame
Yeah, it's like you could
or
barely
out
make
of
out what's happening.
focus.
Yeah.
Why is he? Why does he look like he's doing like the mind meld or something?
He's mind melding with himself.
Yeah. No, did they ever try that in Star Trek?
I have no idea.
We need Captain Logan.
Yeah, we need a bigger Star Trek expert to answer that question.
And one thing that you probably missed from the plot though is earlier they're asking about Harry Warden, the guy who went nuts and killed all those people from the mine decades ago.
Yeah.
So he was in insane asylum. Early in the movie, they called there and they were like, "There's no record of Harry Morgan. He doesn't exist. He's not here." And they're like, "Uh-oh." So he's probably back in town killing people. So we get a payoff.
Well, I assume, yeah. The guy that they were talking about in that recap of a movie that they never made.
Yeah, which I think is fun though, where
It's kind of funny.
there's stuff that's already happened. Harry Warden.
I like that it plays like a last time on My Bloody
Yeah.
Valentine.
Is Harry Morgan Dexter's dad?
Probably. Harry Potter, Gordon,
Goblet of Fire.
Harry.
I can't wait to hear John
No.
Lithgow say Goblet of Fire.
Oh God.
Goblet of Fire.
I love that bit where he's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to take any women in the mine. You can screw around all you want, but women, that's
crossing a line.
yeah, don't do it. I'm sure it'll be fine."
I kind of hope that he just doesn't even try a British accent, John Lithgow, and it's just
Yeah.
John Lithgow in a beard with a beard.
I
and
hope he's
scissor
just
throats.
Lord Farquaad.
That's such a weird choice. Not confirmed yet. It's still a
No,
really
he's in
weird
final
choice.
talk. It's better than. Do you guys remember when there was that rumor that they were eyeing Will Smith for Snape?
Oh, I didn't
No.
see that.
What?
I didn't take any stock in that, but that was going around there for a minute. I was like,
Oh
what?
wait, I think I did see that. Yeah. That was just a joke, surely, right?
I don't know. I didn't really look into it because
Pretty sure.
I didn't believe for a second that would ever happen. That is one thing I hope this new show fixes is cast those characters the correct age.
Yeah. We'll see.
Wilford Brimley's really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna take a little tour of the mine.
I mean, I guess I would be too, to go on a little minecart ride.
And the other cool thing with
Pretend
this
I'm
using
in.
mines like that is mines by their nature are very claustrophobic and dark.
Mhm. It also just taps into that weird universal thing that young people are into is we like just to go to weird spooky places and fuck around and
We
explore,
like
and
to
it's
get
usually
fucked up
dangerous
and
and
do
a bad
fucked up
idea.
shit.
Yeah. I live near like an old abandoned hospital, and teenagers love to go there, and just because it's so creepy and dark. And
I
I wouldn't recommend it because of homeless people and God knows what else. Like, don't do it.
so
But it is
confession
a
time.
popular
I
thing.
have never had that urge. I see an abandoned place, I stare away from it.
I turned the other way. Yeah,
I remember
that's just me
in
though.
I remember we were in one building with my friends that was just, just disgusting and falling apart. And there was graffiti on the wall that just said sex room with an arrow pointed to it. And I was like, oh, okay. They
Did you
labeled
follow
everything.
the
That's
arrow?
And
nice.
Robert immediately followed the signs.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this way, okay."
No, I think there was just like an old dirty mattress on the ground and that was it. And I was like, ugh. I'm going there.
Hey, sometimes that's enough for some people.
Yeah. But like I said, though, the fact that they shot in a real mine, that's just instant production value, and they really explore it and get a lot out of it. We're not just walking around the woods for an hour.
Um, so quick side tangent that's horror related. I've been getting a lot of ads for a new Tubi movie. Have you guys seen
Oh,
seen this? It is a kid whose head is like shaped to look like he's wearing a cowboy helmet, a hat.
oh yeah. I thought that was just like a Super Bowl commercial or something.
I
I
don't
I've
haven't seen
no,
know.
it too long.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never seen
Okay,
that.
hold on. I thought it was a movie, but
Are you sure this isn't just a fever dream you had?
Robin's seen it too.
Oh yeah,
A
I've
shared
seen a
fever
bit of
dream?
it. Well, while John's looking that up, though, one big movie that this reminded me of was The Prowler, because that is a very
Oh
similar
Yes.
yeah.
setup with this massacre that happened and this dance, and then decades later we're bringing it back and the killer comes. It's a very similar setup. This is just a much better movie than that. Because with The Prowler, the reason to watch that one is for the Tom
It
Savini.
kills.
There are some
Yeah.
No, that movie
amazing
has
kills
like
in that.
no plot.
Yeah.
Noah,
I
look
don't
into
remember the plot
messages,
at all.
motherfucker, trying to gaslight
I
me.
do a live no reaction to this. What the hell? What
That ain't
is
right.
this?
Oh God, the camera's handheld. That's when you know shit's getting tense.
Uh-oh.
He's in there.
Nice.
Oh God, dude, just calm down. He's really going for it.
So is she.
You know, I've seen worse acting.
Yeah, so have I.
I don't know about this one guy's choice. He just looks like his brain has stopped working.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd react if I saw my girlfriend dead like
That's the
that.
thing,
That's
it's
not gonna
like
fuck with you.
it might be
That's
a
true.
funny performance, but it's like I don't know, maybe some people would react like that.
I haven't been in that situation,
I don't know, yeah, I can't relate to
Whoa.
that.
Do you
but
guys
it
know that
also
Prey is on Tubi?
I did not.
Weird.
But I there is an urgency to this movie that I like, where now everybody knows. Oh fuck, there's a serial killer. Go. We gotta fucking figure this shit out. But there's a bunch of people down in the mine, so we gotta go after them and save them. It's a really good setup,
Which
conundrum.
is an interesting subversion because, normally it's nobody knows what the fuck is happening
Right.
until the very end.
Oh yeah, most Friday the 13th movies, you have one, maybe two characters in the third act who are getting chased by Jason, who know what's going on.
Yeah. No, I like that the characters in this slasher movie are actually doing things.
Yeah, they're
They have
actively people.
agency.
Oh,
And see, two guys fighting for the same woman, they gotta go save her.
Robert,
Great
I
job.
found a movie that we have to cover.
Oh god.
Oh god.
this movie quite a bit. I think I'll like it more when I see the extended cut.
Right. I'm really
Are,
glad that's the version I watched first.
are you guys
Well,
ready to
no, this is
watch
great.
Let the Wrong One In?
Oh.
You're selling me on picking up that 4K at some point.
Same.
Yeah. You could also probably settle for the Blu-ray if it's cheaper.
No.
Like, I don't know if the 4K looks that much better, but, it's worth looking into.
I like 4K though.
Says the guy without a 4K TV.
Fuck you.
Whoa. Fake movie fan alert?
No,
I'm
No.
watching this on
I like to
VHS,
give him
bitch.
I like to give him shit because every time we both own a copy, I'll have this really nice 4K release, and he just here's my DVD from like 20 years ago.
You gotta hold on to your physical media, man. Don't get rid of it.
Not once I
Yeah,
replace
but
it.
only if it's good physical media. No, I'm just... no, I still have a few DVDs.
I still have the Batman versus Dracula on DVD. Why? So they haven't put that out on Blu-ray for some reason.
Those bastards.
Why are you torturing us like this?
Why?
But I will enjoy.
You can't
I
say
will
that.
enjoy. Hey man, I'll enjoy my beautiful Blu-ray steelbook. Thank you very much.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Blu-ray still looks good. Like, a lot of people are kind of obsessed with 4K now, but like Blu-ray is still fine enough.
Blu-ray looks
Just-
good, but you can tell the difference.
You
It-
can
it
tell
just-
the
looking
difference,
for.
yeah.
Right. Well, and there are occasionally you get rarely, but occasionally you get a Terminator 2 situation that's like, no, don't get that
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah.
Or they
fucked
mess it up.
What you mean
Or,
is, when it's a James Cameron movie, don't get the 4K. Even though I
Well,
have
the
a
other
couple of
thing-
his movies on 4K.
The other thing too is it's not as big of a leap as DVD to Blu-ray was.
That depends
in,
on the
terms
movie.
of picture quality.
Right.
That depends on the movie because
I
if you look at
guess.
some comparisons, especially from those early Blu-rays,
Oh
like
yeah.
The Shining is a completely different looking movie.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Well, usually, look, if you're talking about older movies shot on film that were restored properly, you're going to get a big difference from Blu-ray to 4K.
Yeah.
But where a lot of people say, I don't get it, there's like hardly a difference. If you're looking at a modern movie shot on digital, there's barely going to be a difference from that Blu-ray and 4K.
Yeah, like I
Doesn't
still have my Blu-rays for a lot of like MCU movies just because
Yeah,
I
those
don't
are
really
fine, yeah.
need to upgrade. Yeah.
Exactly. I thought I heard something.
Daddy
Probably
no
only
red.
rats.
Yeah. So Noah, just for an example, I'm using The Shining again.
Okay, yeah.
Here's a comparison of the two DVDs, the Blu-ray, and the 4K. And I think the 4K looks the best, but it's also an image, so results may vary.
Oh yeah, that 2007 Blu-ray is not looking great. I still need to pick up the 4K for The Shining.
It's gorgeous.
And like,
You know what pisses me off though is like Doctor Sleep. The director's cut didn't get a 4K. It's just a Blu-ray with the 4K.
That sucks.
It's like that's the better way to watch that movie, you fuckers.
Harry Warden's in the mine. He's killing him. He's killed them all.
He's
God
killing
damn.
me.
Gandalf told us that the mines of Moria were dangerous. Why didn't we
You
listen
beat me to
to
that joke.
him?
That's
Robert,
the
you know what
twist.
they-
It's the Balrog.
You know what they really
Love
need in this
Doug Cheever.
situation?
Hmm.
They need a high hide.
Oh yeah.
No, do you know that you'll go up high and you hide?
I don't know what that means, but
Ah.
why you fools?
Michael.
Donkey.
Okay. Donkey shows up.
He's back.
The man behind the mask. and he's out of control.
Yeah.
Great song.
Like I said, this isn't, breaking new ground or anything. It's just all those tropes and things you want just executed well.
Yeah,
It really
I'm
stands
actually
above
really
a lot of
enjoying this
shows for me.
so far.
Fun way to kill 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, but the question is, no, are you liking this more than Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first one?
Mm, maybe.
Ooh,
And then, okay, they're hard things to compare, right? Though, because I do think that movie has a more interesting
well, that's
story,
why I'm
and it's a
asking
lot
him because
weirder.
we loved the narrative and what it's doing, and he was just like,
Mhm.
eh.
Because I think that movie or this movie isn't attempting to be as like
That
narratively
awful.
or thematically rich as that one
Mhm.
is. So I'm just enjoying this more for what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that, and I think Silent Night, Deadly Night's great, but part of the charm for me is some of the bad acting and kind of weaker aspects of it. Like that's
Like
part of the
Noah
charm.
just said, Silent Night, Deadly Night needs to learn its place.
Okay.
I don't hate that movie, by the way. I did like it, even though it sounded like I didn't.
But like I said, there's a weird factor that movie has going for it. This one is just
Yeah,
really well executed. And oh no,
this one's a little
not
bit more
Wilford
competent.
Brimley.
Not Wilford Brimley.
So we just talked over it, but he just found a couple of dead bodies. That's a death scene that's not in either version. That footage is still gone.
Okay.
But oh,
Movie
Wilford
ruined.
Brimley, no. Yeah. So if you couldn't tell what just happened there, he just got shot in the head with a nail gun a couple of times, and he's like, "Fuck."
What is this?
Better.
Evil Dead?
Yeah, that scene's a lot longer in the extended cut.
Take another shot. We need Noah to get drunk on one of these streams.
You
We
really
do.
don't.
I've
Oh
already
my.
You
done
really
my
don't, Brian.
I've already done my turn. It's your turn.
I don't know. I do think though this is one of the most fucked up deaths of the movie, just because like those nails, they're in his brain, but not all the way in, so he's just slowly shutting down. It's not a quick death.
Yeah.
Like that blows. Oh, and his
Wait,
girlfriend.
does this mean this is also a prequel to Hellraiser?
Yes, this is Pinhead. It was
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley the whole time. He's dead.
Fly, you fools.
You fool of a
It's that.
took.
He's the Balrog.
So that lady just had that like you can't leave us like that. All I could hear is Evil Dead 2. Help us, you cowards!
I won't leave him. She's like, come on, let's take his wallet. You stole his flashlight? What are you, an asshole?
They really can do a lot in the time that it takes the killer to reach them.
He's taking his time.
Oh my god. Robert, this movie's too violent for me.
It didn't even look
I
like
I
she
can't
actually
handle the
slapped her.
slapping.
That slap did not connect. Oh my god.
Oh no, it's blonde guy.
It's like, is the killer still walking towards them?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
I just think it would be better if it kept cutting back to
Like, oh guys, I'm
him.
coming.
It's like in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Just running towards the castle.
So, I will say some of these scenes, just with all my lights on and everything, it's a little hard to see what's going on in the dark. This still looks way better than if it was shot in 2025. I'm very sure about that.
Robert still cannot get over Salem's Lot, guys. That
Oh no,
really
no, I'm not.
affected.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
He
about
was
fucking
deeply
Wolfman.
traumatized by
I
Oh
can't.
yeah.
I can't see
Oh.
shit that's going on.
that movie
That
sucked.
Oh.
Oh yeah, John, you finally saw Wolfman.
Yeah, it sucked.
It's not good. It's not great. I think I liked it a little bit more than you did.
What is this, a maze? We gots to get out of here.
What are we, some kind of Valentine squad?
What is this? Some kind of My Bloody Valentine, 1981?
Got him.
Oh.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You Canadians are supposed to be polite, not violent.
Make love, not war.
Well, but I mean, to be fair, no, Canadians also play hockey, so it's it's one of the other.
That's how they get all their aggression out.
Yeah.
But so this sheriff is just character actor man who's been in a million things. He is the very first voice of Boba Fett. Not the one in the movie who
Really?
was replaced. He is the voice of Boba Fett
Yeah.
in the holiday special. He is OG Boba Fett.
Oh. Oh, yeah,
Those
no,
are two different voices.
I wasn't thinking about the holiday special.
The animated segment for
Yeah.
people who don't know.
That's actually like really cool. I didn't know that.
I think he wants some attention.
I need to look deeper in his filmography because I've probably seen other stuff. It's just like, oh god, character actor man who's in 20,000 things.
That's the one actually cool part about that special too.
It is. It's the most watchable
It
segment.
is. Because you can just watch that segment out of context. Like I think it's on Disney Plus,
It
just as
is.
a short. Yeah.
Oh no, they cut the phone lines. I mean the elevator.
The
Fuck.
phone lines
I'm
are
getting my
over there.
movies crossed. We're not getting out of here. We're gonna have to survive until dawn. Climb. Make the climb.
Where are they climbing to? They can't get out of here.
The sky, Noah.
They can reach the sky from here.
I will say,
Impressive.
the idea of climbing up a big ass ladder like this, yeah, that would give me a bit of anxiety. I don't have like a horrible fear of heights, but I would still struggle doing this.
Yeah. I think I might struggle in this situation as well. Because I
think
I
this
don't
would
have
be
like
where
a
I hit my limit. I'm done.
I don't have like a super bad fear of heights, but if it gets too high, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I also don't think of myself as claustrophobic that much, but also if I was trapped in a mine like this, I think I would be very uncomfortable.
Oh, I wouldn't have explored it to begin with. I will say, going
Yeah.
underground, claustrophobic spaces like that, yeah, not for me. I've been in a cave before, and that was like, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm good
It's like
after
never
that.
again.
Yeah, and this is one of those bits that's kind of over the top with this girl panicking and stuff. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't be doing much better in this situation.
No, I mean,
She's selling it.
buy all this stuff.
I think
Oh my
whoa.
god.
No, prankster guy.
Oh my god, Shelly's dead.
Oh, that dummy hit the ground hard.
It's the fugitive dummy.
Well, in the extended cut,
Here we go.
Take a shot.
We get a close up. I mean, it's obviously a dummy, but still, we get a close up of his face as his body like rips from his neck due to gravity and fall
Oh
through the
boy,
noose. But yeah, they cut that bit out.
those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I still don't know if my reaction to that would be climbing back down into the mine. I think I'd take my chances and keep climbing up. Like, well, he's probably not gonna kill all of us. I can still go for it.
Yeah, come on.
It's just a dead
Just get
body.
out of there. Just get out of there, guys.
Get out of there.
Get
Get
out
out
of
of
there. I
there.
didn't even try to quote Sonic.
But yeah, so the Wolfman. Sorry, I was distracted. It's really boring, and then it's really stupid.
It's
I
really
bet you didn't
boring,
see
and
the
then it's
twist
really
coming.
stupid.
And then
Oh,
for
you
maybe a
didn't see
second
that
there,
too.
it's okay. And then I just didn't care.
Yeah.
We have yet to make a Wolfman movie that I like, folks.
Have you seen American Werewolf in London?
Yeah, I mean specifically Wolfman,
Oh
The
yeah, like
Universal
called
version.
Wolf. Okay, yeah.
because this is the third one.
Right. Never mind.
No, American Werewolf. You and I watched that together, didn't we?
I don't think we did.
I don't know, but no, that movie rocks. That's the best werewolf movie.
That's my favorite werewolf movie. Yeah.
I feel like that's just the only answer.
The Howling's not bad.
The Howling one is okay.
I
It's
thought it was
alright.
okay. I prefer the second one.
The second one is better, but like
I love that you just said the second one is better with a straight face.
I mean, it is.
No, it's not. It's a more entertaining
Um,
movie, but it's not a better movie.
I mean, I'm there for entertainment. If it's more entertaining, therefore, to me, it is better.
you guys just talked over Axel's off-screen death. What's wrong with you?
Oh no!
Nobody
he was
cares
off
about
screen to
Axel.
death.
But anyway,
Oh.
yes, The Howling 2 is peak, but American Werewolf in London is higher
Yeah,
peak.
that's S tier.
Maybe Robert
Yeah.
Eggers will finally make a great werewolf movie again.
I think he can.
Yeah, I love
I'm
that news was announced like shortly after that movie came out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's gonna show them up.
And no, it was funny because I was telling Robert, like, oh, I'm watching The Wolfman, the new one. And then he said something about, like, the twist is really dumb. And then it just,
Well,
like,
I said you'll never see the twist coming.
yeah, and then it just clicked, and I figured it out, and I was, like, 10 minutes in. Although you never actually confirmed if I figured it out, but obviously, yeah.
You did.
I was pretty sure he did. These
But
people need to
John-
stop splitting up.
John, don't you want to watch a horror movie about trauma?
No, I'm tired of them.
And I will
Find
say,
the idea of it being like a fly thing where it's like a body horror werewolf thing.
yeah,
But they don't do anything with that either. He just becomes a monster.
Yeah.
but back to this movie.
What movie?
I do think that these two actresses are two of the better actresses in this movie, and she just died.
Oh,
Why they had to die.
I think they're giving two
Yeah.
of the better performances.
no, the blonde Sarah. I think she really sells it. She's just not a super interesting or developed character. It's not about
Yeah.
her. It's not a traditional final girl movie. You know, it is more of an ensemble thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
And
some of the
now-
guy actors have some line deliveries that are a little bit shaky.
But this is great because now all the police and all the townspeople are coming to save them, and they're gonna
Yeah.
start chanting. They're gonna start chanting "Evil dies tonight." It's gonna be awesome.
I need Blumhouse to remake this again and add
They
a
are.
subplot. Oh god. I was
Are
kidding. I thought it was a joke.
No, I read that today where it's like Blumhouse is currently working on a new My Bloody Valentine reboot, and I was like, oh.
Wonderful.
Stop it.
Robert, do you remember the part in this movie where they kill the killer, and then the sheriff says, "Now we're the My Bloody
Because,
Valentine."
so Robert, do you agree with me here? Blumhouse's formula, trauma, generational family. We already did that in the remake,
Yes.
so they're just gonna do it
No,
again.
I'm kind of bummed we never
Yeah.
did get a sequel to that remake because I watch it. I think
Yeah,
it would make a
yeah.
fun sequel to that remake. I'd take that over another reboot. But I mean, we'll get to that. We'll get
Get
to that
Mike
stuff.
Flanagan to direct it, you bastards.
Yes.
I think we need a compilation of every time we say "Get Mike Flanagan to direct it" on this
Noah,
channel.
you should do that.
I'll sift through all of our videos.
Oh my God, it's Minor 49er. This looks really unsafe to film, but that's part of the fun of it because this is kind of awesome.
Yeah, Noah, we only have 524 videos to go.
Oh no. Up, 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 up.
I'd
No,
like
this
to do
looks
this. Pretend
this looks
I'm in Temple
really
of Doom.
fun to film and horrifying.
Yeah, really dangerous.
Oh my God. Now we've got a pickaxe shovel fight.
Cool, climate.
Yeah.
Not quite as epic as the chainsaw duel from
Well, I mean,
Texas
nothing
Chainsaw
is.
2.
Nothing
Yeah.
else, nothing really is.
Or anything in Howling 2, the greatest movie ever made.
Unless you're Noah.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
like
gotta be
that
the
movie.
The one
contrarian.
non-believer.
No, I like that movie. It's just not better than the first one.
The first one's kind of boring.
It is. It's in there's good ideas in it. I like the setup a
Then that
lot.
final
but
werewolf
it's kinda
transformation is laughable.
That's pretty
not
bad,
great.
yeah. And it's even worse in the second one when they show footage of it.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Howling 2 commentary.
So I forgot. So we're still at and this is interesting too because we're still at like 2 final survivors so far.
Yeah. And before that trope was really a thing, because the later Friday movies do that where you have like a final couple
Yeah,
at the end.
and this
It's getting intense. Play the
this
Star
had to be
Trek
hard to
Kirk
film.
music. Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, Robert, do you remember when horror movies had lighting
Yeah, I do.
so you can see what the fuck was happening?
Yay.
When we get to the
Yet another
Hellraiser
dig
remake,
at
I'm gonna be sitting there
Wolfman.
like,
Yep. Get him.
John, at least you got to watch Wolfman in peace and quiet, unlike me.
Oh.
well, that's your fault for going to the fucking theater.
That's what I get, I guess.
And it's funny because you guys keep having those experiences, but you never learn.
No, we never will. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Oh
God.
no!
Why?
That's why he was off screen to death.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think this is, or Robert, because you're more familiar with this, is this a Friday situation where it's impossible to figure this out?
Yes and no. I had a really fun experience watching this because I think I knew or just had heard that there was like a twist reveal, so I was paying attention, but that was part of the fun, was trying to figure out who it was, and it does track. But I don't think it's a setup as well as it could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still
so
probably set up better than Friday the 13th, but
yes. So now we're getting a bit more context. Harry Warden is dead. It's Axel, the other guy.
It's Axl Rose.
But
okay, because I forgot there was a twist in this one.
Okay, so the mayor is just gonna say So Harry Warden killed Axel's father, one of the victims in that first massacre from 20 years ago. I think this was critical, need to know information. This
If they were gonna make this movie an actual mystery, but it is more like a Friday,
It
the
is.
original Friday.
I'm really torn because it's a fun reveal because you don't see it coming, but if you set it up more, then you'd be more suspicious of him, like, oh, he's probably the killer. You know, it's that double-edged sword thing. Like, it's not set up as well as it could be, but and his
I was
motivation
like
isn't as
freaking
strong as
out
it
over
could be.
there.
Oh yeah, he's in another dimension.
Oh, what?
You're like freaking out, going all over the place.
Am I coming in
Yeah.
clearly now?
Yeah. Oh God, I don't need to know that.
I thought the same
Oh.
thing, but I wasn't gonna say
Oh.
anything because I didn't want to be
Did-
filthy.
Did you guys see him cutting his arm off?
No.
Yeah, they
No.
cut that out. That's how he
Let me
escaped.
guess, it's in the extended cut.
Yeah. And yeah, now he's just nuts. He's crazy.
You want to get nuts?
And he disappears into the darkness.
Or what a haunting ending.
That was pretty.
I like
No,
this
I
movie a
enjoyed it.
lot. And
I had fun with that.
the
Hey,
folks
next
watching on
up
YouTube.
is My Bloody Valentine.
Yay!
Hey.
But before we get to that, you got to listen to the Ballad of a Harry Warden, an original
was like-
song they wrote for this movie.
I was like, what is this, like, moody blues music?
I love it. They wrote a theme song. They didn't have to
Oh,
do
God.
that.
Amazon comes with ads for the fucking 3D one.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's
no.
I assumed you owned that.
On DVD somewhere. I think I probably lost it between moves.
It's fine. On a Valentine's Day.
That's kind of cool. That is actually, it's kind of cool that they wrote their own theme.
And it's so different. When you think 80s slasher scores or music, you think like the Alice Cooper Friday the 13th. You think rock.
Yeah.
You know, this is so different. I think it's great. It just fits the vibe.
But
of
it
the
goes
movie.
into the, myth, like, folk kind of legend
Yeah.
of the character.
Which is very The Burning, which comes after
Yeah.
this. I think that's cool.
And, I mean, a lot of slashers have that too. I mean, Jason is a campfire story in the
Mhm.
Friday movies.
I do like that there is a twist villain, and it's just no Harry Warden. He did do the massacre, but now he's dead, and it is a copycat killer, but you don't know you're watching a copycat killer. I think that's fun. It just
Hmm.
another draft could have ironed some of that out a bit. I don't know. I think his motivation could have been a little stronger.
Hey, Robert, the stars of Scrubs are doing this T-Mobile commercial.
Yay!
We
I've
love
seen
we
those
love
before.
remembering sitcom characters for something else.
Remember Scrubs?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to check to see if my
You
Prime
only
has
gave me like
ads.
3 minutes of ads. This is ridiculous.
Oof.
So is it gonna have ad interruptions during the movie, do you think?
I hope not. I'm gonna be pissed if it does. I just want to pause the movie.
Well, while you're figuring that out, I'm gonna need like a 5-minute break. 'Cause I
Well,
need
I'm
to
gonna
piss.
I'm gonna take us on to a break, but I want this ad to finish. Just wait a goddamn minute.
Never.
It looks like there is
Yeah.
one potential ad break, so that shouldn't be too bad. Anyway,
Okay, cool.
if you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching live, thanks for hanging out. And consider hitting that subscribe button and the thumbs up if you liked this video. And we'll see you guys on the next one if you're watching after the fact.
Happy Valentine's Day.